What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, and I'm doing another step-by-step video. So if you're new to the step-by-step series, I take really popular combos going around the format, and I just slow them down a little bit. I watch these videos, and I'm like, what did he do? And I had to go back a bunch of times, so I'm trying to make a new kind of video, as you guys probably have seen from my other ones, where I just kind of explain it, a little slower. I explain to you what some cards do, because it can be kind of hard to keep up with. Now for the first combo here, it's a pretty rare combo. It's probably like a 1 in 10 chance that you'll get this. So like every third match, I'm sure you'll open with this, statistically at least. So what you need in this is Cyber Dragon Core, Machine Duplication, and Overload Fusion. Now these two are pretty much a given because you can't really search them. I wish Core could search Overload Fusion, that would be great, but you can search Core through emergency and other kind of means, so yeah, Core is fine. I think there is a combo where I show you that I find Core to my hand in a different way, but yeah, you need Core, Machine Duplication, and Overload Fusion. So you're going to go ahead and normal summon Cyber Dragon Core. It lets you search a Cyber Spell or Trap and add it to your hand. In this case, we're going to add this trap card called Cyber Network. Some of you may have never heard of it. The only reason I have is because my friend Kevin, he used to play Cyber Dragons, right when we first started getting, or when I started getting to the game, he taught me about the game. He used to actually use this because it lets you, it's a 3-turn kind of setup, and the way we used to play was really slow. But anyways, if it's destroyed, it lets you special summon as many banished Cyber Dragon monsters. And I know you're thinking oh, this is a combo for 3 turns later, but no, not exactly. So as soon as you search that, guys, go ahead and set it immediately. Just as a tip before you forget this combo, because if you forget to set it, then everything gets messed up. So set that immediately after you search it. Next, you're going to go ahead and activate Machine Duplication. What it does, lets you target a machine monster with 500 or less attack and summon 2 monsters from your deck with the same name. I know what you're thinking, you're going to summon 2 Cyber Cores, what's the point? But no, Cyber Dragon Core is actually treated as Cyber Dragon while it's on the field. This is legitimately one of the best play starters in any deck that I can think of. It's better than Magician's Rod and everything like that, because it is also treated as Cyber Dragon, which is important. So it lets you summon 2 Cyber Dragons from your deck. You're going to convert those 2 Cyber Dragons into a Cyber Dragon Seeker. It's just a link monster. It just requires 2 machine monsters, including quote-unquote Cyber Dragon, because you could technically use Cyber Dragon Core. Then you're going to link those 2 away for a... it's like a chill port, I think it's called. A Genius. So the reason you're kind of going through all this seemingly unnecessary steps is because you need to dump 4 Cyber Dragon monsters in your graveyard, which is exactly what we do here. That's why we take that extra step to special summon that Cyber Dragon Seeker. That way, when you activate your Cyberload Fusion, you can banish 4 materials, which is exactly what you want. That way, you can fill up your field here. You'll see it in a second. You're going to summon Chimeratech Rampage Dragon. So when it's summoned, it lets you destroy spells and traps, and luckily it's not just your opponent's, meaning you can use it on your turn. And then I think you guys can see where this is going with the synergy here. Cyber Network, like I said, when it's destroyed, it lets you special summon as many banished Cyber Dragon monsters as possible. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to destroy it, and you'll see all of these monsters suddenly come to the field. And look at that. That little neg situation that you think you have is actually now to your advantage. So there's lots that you can do here, obviously. So when Genius says when 2 monsters are summoned to the same time to its link points, lets you add. Let's see. Lets you add your Galaxy Soldier to your hand. I think it lets you add a Light Machine, so you're going to use that. You're going to convert this Genius in Core. That's actually pretty specific. Zone placement so far doesn't mean anything, but you're going to go ahead and special summon that Union Carrier. Union Carrier, to equip any of them, they're all, except just make sure you don't do Chimeratech Rampage Dragon. Or I don't even think there are any targets, but you're just going to equip it to a light monster on the field. And what you're going to equip is a Union Driver. Now, normally you can't special summon the monster equipped with Union Driver. You just target a light monster, equip a light monster, but luckily Union Driver has an effect that it lets you banish itself and swap it out with one of your A, B, or C's. And what you're going to do is summon out, equip this B Drake, because B Drake can actually special summon itself if it's equipped. So it's going to go ahead and unequip itself and special summon. So you're maintaining that advantage still. So using the Seeger and that B that you just summoned, you're going to go into Chimera Fortress Dragon. It's just a Cyber Dragon and a Machine Monster. So this is Cyber Dragon, obviously. That's the Machine Monster. And when B is sent to the graveyard, it lets you search. So you're going to go ahead and search your A Assault Core. You could search your C. It's just whatever. You're going to search one of the two that you don't have. Now, you're going to go ahead and make another fortress using that Union Carrier and one of your Cyber Dragons. Again, the monsters you use are important, so take note of that. You're going to go ahead and convert those two Chimera Fortress Dragons into a number 38 Hope Harbinger Dragon. Yeah, Titanic Galaxy. It lets you negate a spell card, and any attacks can actually be reverted back to itself, which is pretty cool. Now, one thing I'll note throughout these combos is, especially when you start getting to your final board monsters, you can put them in defense position to avoid a card like Lightning Storm. That way, if they have it, it doesn't actually do anything, because you're not going to end on any link monsters, actually. So I would almost recommend doing that. That way, like, you're going to have all this disruption, but you won't waste one on a Lightning Storm, right? Because it would just be a dead card in their hand, which is good for you. Now, you're going to go ahead and use this Galaxy Soldier that you searched here in your hand and dump one of your other cores. So if you search C, you're going to dump C. But in this case, we grabbed A Assault. You're going to go ahead and special summon itself here. And the first time it's special summon, it lets you grab the other one, which is exactly what you're going to do. Lets you pitch a card and search a Galaxy monster. Now in Galaxy Eyes, you can search a bunch of stuff, but in this case, just to search itself. The special summon effect is not once per turn as well. Now, Chimera Rampage Dragon lets you dump machine monsters into your graveyard. So this card is insane in ABCs. If you open Cyberload Fusion, you can dump like 2 of the pieces that you need for ABC Dragon, which is like pretty much insane. In this case, you're going to dump, and it's also not once per turn, but in the first time, you're going to dump your Cyber Dragon Hertz and a Cyber Dragon Noster, which is cool. Hertz is going to let you grab a core back to your hand, which is fine. It's not really all that important. Now you're going to use the second Galaxy Soldier here. You can pitch whatever, it doesn't really matter. So now, okay, so you're going to convert one of your Galaxy Soldiers and also this Chimera Tech. This is extremely important that you do this because one of your disruptions requires 2 light monsters. So if you don't use, if you don't summon Nova using Chimera Tech, your combo's kind of messed up at that point. So once you convert that, you can go ahead and, like I said, you need the 2 light monsters. You're going to go, so the 2 remaining monsters are going to go into Constellar Palladius. And during either player's turn, you can actually bounce a card to the hand, and it can actually be your card, which will come in handy in just a moment. Now, Nova's one of the best, one of my favorite like monsters because it has so many great effects. Lets you obviously go into infinity, but before you do that, be sure to revive your Noster, and your Noster is going to go ahead and revive that Chimera Tech, which is really cool. So when Noster is special summon, lets you special summon a monster with 2100 attack, 1600 defense from your graveyard. So make sure you detach from Nova your Chimera Tech here. And like I said, Chimera Tech is not a once per turn, meaning you can dump whatever one you have left. So now you should have C, there's A, and B should be back here. So now ABC is online, obviously. Now, what you would normally think is like, okay, you can even take this one step further, right? Go into like a Predaplant Verde Anaconda, but Nasher actually locks you out of your extra deck except for machine monsters, which is pretty unfortunate. I will show you another combo at the end. It's actually my original combo. Normally, these step-by-steps I don't make, but I did make my own. I'll show you a combo that doesn't use Nasher at all. So, like I said, Constellar lets you bounce a card, and you can bounce your own. It's used for discard fodder, so I mean technically you don't have to do that. That's not a super necessary step, because you can always summon ABC to like an extra monster zone. You're not restricted in that sense. So if you want to keep that for another turn, that's totally up to you. But this is the end board, right? You have Omni Negate, a Spell Negate. This is a banish of any card, and this is a bounce. So 4 like different forms of interaction, but they're all unique and pretty much a blowout card against your opponent. So that's combo 1. That's probably a 10% chance, or maybe a little higher, that you'll do that once out of every 3rd matches. You'll open with that combo. This combo is much more likely to happen. All you need is your Cyber Dragon core and an unauthorized reactivation. This card is actually like insane because it lets you equip an A, B, or C from your deck. And if you don't know, each of the A, B, Cs help your card get unaffected by a certain card effect. Like, I think B is spell cards, C is trap cards, and A is monster effects. So if someone tries to chain Ash or Infinite Impermanence, you have the response. So you're going to go ahead and summon core just like last time. And this time you're going to search your Cyber Repair Plan. This is a completely different route tree here. But like I said, you could also chain that if you needed to. Assuming your opponent didn't Ash you, you're going to go ahead and activate this and equip a Union Driver to your hand. Again, it's actually not that important. Like, you could just go straight into B. So I was right. So B is unaffected by spell cards. C lets you summon, and I believe C does as well. It's only A that doesn't let you unequip it. Oh, so yeah, so you can go, actually A does as well, so you have tons and tons of options here. But the normal route tree here, you're going to go B, and core is going to go into your Union Driver, or Union Carrier. B can help you search, that's usually why you go into B first, so now you have all 3 of them, or access to all 3 of them. And Cyber Repair Plant lets you search a light machine monster, which is kind of insane. There's so many just general searchers. And it's another way. I search core, I believe, in this case, but it's not actually that important. And you can equip to yourself a light monster, and this time you're going to do Photon Orbital. And Photon Orbital is going to go ahead and search your Galaxy Soldier. You could have done that with Cyber Repair Plan as well, but in this case, we're just going to do it that way. Galaxy Soldier is going to pitch one of the A, B, or C's that you don't have in the graveyard yet, and search the other copy of Galaxy Soldier. You can use the other effect and summon and go ahead and pitch that last A, B, or C that you don't have. So now ABC Dragon is online, obviously. You can go into Nova here. Nova can go ahead and revive a core. That's up to you guys. Then you can go into an Affinity here and summon ABC. Oops. So that's an Omni Negate and also an ABC Dragon, which is pretty cool. Not bad. Now, this is the ultimate combo. Just kidding. This is my own original combo. What you need here is a Cyber Dragon core and a Machine Duplication, actually. So, you're going to go ahead and summon the core here. Core is going to go ahead and search your Cyber Repair Plant. That way you have, this is going to go ahead and obviously give you your 2 Cyber Dragons. It's going to help you search a light machine later in the turn. Go ahead and activate Machine Duplication. Get those 2 Cyber Dragons out on the field. You're going to convert the core and one of the Cyber Dragons into a Union Carrier. Be sure that you don't use both your Cyber Dragons. It'll come up and be important later. You're going to go ahead and equip to this a Union Driver. Like I said, it's going to go ahead and banish itself, get a B. And B is going to go ahead and special summon itself because it unequip itself like all the A, B, and C's can do. And now that you have the requisites for Cyber Repair Plant, because you have to have them in your graveyard, you can go ahead and add a light machine to your hand. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and grab a Galaxy Soldier. You're going to convert this Union Carrier and Cyber Dragon into a Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. And the reason you're going to neg here, kind of like on purpose, is because Union Carrier can't be used as link material to turn its link summon. So that'll come up and be important later. Galaxy Soldier is going to go ahead and pitch that last. He's going to pitch one of your A, B, or C's that you don't have in the graveyard yet. You can go ahead and search your other Galaxy Soldier. And using those 2, using your Fortress and your B, you're going to go ahead and go into Predaplant, Verde, and Anaconda. So now you guys can probably see where this is coming. B obviously searches. That's going to search your last component. So whatever you haven't had in the graveyard yet. And I guess you can probably see where this goes from here. You're going to dump that last A, B, or C into the graveyard, especially summon this Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier can be converted into Nova. In this case, you're not actually going to use the effect of Nova. Banish all 3 of those. You go into your ABC Buster Dragon, and you can go ahead and convert that Nova into an Infinity. And you're going to use the effect of Predaplant Verde Anaconda. Since you haven't used Mastery, you're not locked into machines for any reason, go ahead and dump Red Eyes Fusion. Dump the Dark Magician and the Red Eyes Black Dragon. I love that. Love this art of Red Eyes Black Dragon. And you're going to go ahead and go into Dragoon of Red Eyes. And the cool thing about this board is usually you kind of have to just leave your Predaplant Verde Anaconda, and it'll leave you a little susceptible to an attack. But in this case, Infinity can go ahead and grab that. And that'll help you kind of keep your defenses up. Like I said, again, you can put all these in defense position to kind of protect yourself in that sense. From a Lightning Storm, it's one less piece of interaction, but it's 2 Omni Negates and a pretty big disruption here that, of course, it banishes. So that's my own original combo. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That's going to do it for the step-by-step video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Other than that, guys, it's going to do it for today, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful night.